What's happening, folks? Going for a little cruise on this brisk Monday afternoon, Tuesday afternoon, Monday afternoon? I don't remember. I think it's a Tuesday. Nah, it's certainly a Monday. I didn't work yesterday. So yeah, going for a little cruise. Considering that COVID is still pretty prominent right now, it is probably the best hobby to ever have. And I guess that's what I want to talk about today, is how great motorcycle riding is. I mean, the feeling of freedom that you have, there's nothing like it. You know, I grew up dirt biking a bit. I've done pretty much every activity on 2 and 4 wheels. You know, jet ski, snowmobile, but nothing compares to being out on the open road on a bike. You know, especially with the social distancing rules in right now. I mean, even this is pretty straight, bumpy ass road, and you can still do some twists. Not really twists. I'm stupid. Why am I talking? I'm just so stupid. But yeah, I mean, any road that you're on, you can have yourself a good time. Ideally, a more twisty road is better. But you know, this is my first time really riding around the Boston area. Whoa! I should have honked and then let them know that I had a camera. Rev bomb, honk, let them know I have a camera. What the fuck was I thinking? It's a big fail on my part. But yeah, this COVID shit's for real, I guess. I mean, I knew it was real, but see people with masks everywhere, it's just strange. You know, the social distancing aspect, whatever. Stay away from people, it's not that difficult. I'm gonna bang a left here, see where that takes me. The social aspecting, the social distance aspect is a bit strange, and it's gonna take some time to get used to, but it's gonna turn into the permanent thing. You know, there's no reason to be hugging and kissing people anymore. Shaking hands is gonna be a thing of the past. But you know, my guess, I don't want to say concern, but my curiosity is like, what happens to sports? Like, I'm a big hockey fan. I like going to Caps games, soon to be Boston games up here. What the hell is gonna happen to sports? You know, I don't plan on sitting next to, you know, shoulder to shoulder with somebody that soon. The mirror's all wonkety. Just checking the camera before. It's still a little wonky, but no, it's all loose. Whatever I did, I fucked it up. Let's do the full turn. Now we're talking. There we are. Yeah, I'm not gonna want to go sit next to somebody. I mean, we're even going to a bar. You get bumped into 25 people. You know, I take the train to work every day. Well, not anymore, but I was taking the train to work every day. You know, if the 6 feet rule is the rule, there's probably 100 people every commute that are within that range. You know, people getting on, people getting off, at the train station, up the escalators, underground in the tunnel. I mean, you can't get away from people. So, I don't really get it. Well, I get it, I just don't. Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know what we're gonna do. You know, I'm beginning to think, and this is going to get me down a conspiracy path, but I'm beginning to think that everybody has this thing. You know, everybody gets tested, seems to have it, and well, that's not true. But I'm convinced that a lot more people have it than have been tested, which is obviously true. But I think the numbers are tremendous, and you know, we can't get into any topic these days without it being a political one, and I don't really want to go down that route, but I guess what I can say is Trump and the media's war against each other is not helping anybody, and I think they're both more interested in having the gotcha on the other one than actually solving the problem and you know, making society better, saving lives, if you will. And that's a little extreme. Everybody says, you know, Nancy Pelosi's got blood on her hands, Trump's got blood on his hands. Well, not really. You know, the jerk-off who ate a bat He's probably the one who's got blood in his hands. But yeah, so I don't know what's gonna happen going forward with this COVID thing. What I do know is I've been eating like shit, so that's gonna have to change. But I guess while on the subject of eating, I went to a place over there, a donut place, donut diner, something like that. And I just wanted a simple breakfast sandwich. And I don't understand how people can mess up breakfast sandwiches, but it seems to happen quite often. Messing up a breakfast sandwich is like a thing of the now. You know, people just... The runny egg, first off, don't ever use a runny egg on a sandwich. It ruins a sandwich. I don't know anybody likes a runny egg to begin with, but don't use it on a sandwich. Do a fried egg, squash up the yolk, and call it a day. Or just scramble an egg and layer it on there like they do at Burger King. Christ, how difficult is it? Puppy dogs. Hi, puppy dog. Yeah, it seems to be a struggle. I was thinking, you know, when I was building this channel, that I was going to do a breakfast review, almost like Portnoy's pizza review, but it's kind of hacky to steal his idea. But beyond that, I couldn't find any good breakfast, so everything was ranking really low. Like the first 3 places I went to, they messed up the bacon, egg, and cheese, the American staple bacon, egg, and cheese. And then the 4th place I went to was pretty good. The hash browns weren't anything to write home about. And then the last place I went to was pretty good too. But yeah, I mean, I was 0-3 at first, and I'm thinking to myself, how could this be real? How can you mess up a simple breakfast sandwich? But somehow they did it. But yeah, the breakfast sandwiches, they got to step up their game. There's a place in downtown, Orchie's Deli, and the guys have the greatest cadence when they, you know, you place your order. Can I get a bacon, egg, and cheese with ketchup, please? And they call back to the guy making the food, and it's called the Yahoo. All their egg sandwiches called Yahoo, so it's a Yahoo bacon, please, with ketchup, please. Order Yahoo. But yeah, they made a good sandwich, and it had a hash brown on it too, which was nice. It's a nice touch. Another great thing, back on the bike subject, you can blow past any car off a light. Pretty much any car. I mean, obviously, you're not going to blow past everything, but this is a little 600 bike. I'm a little bit too heavy for it, not to mention with luggage. And every car off the line is just toast. And I didn't even get on it there. I mean, you don't even have to get on it. It's just, it picks up so quick. It's such a nice feature that you don't have to goose it at every light. I'm gonna turn here and go over to Teddy's. Am I gonna make it? Am I gonna make it? I'm gonna make it. Oh, buttered up. I call that buttering it up. When you approach an intersection, you get to it in the perfect amount of time, and it's just buttered up, ready for you. Yeah, I'm gonna be nice here. What a guy I am. I think pretty highly of myself, huh? I heard it. That was very nice of me. It was very courteous and nice. Teddy's Peanut Butter. Never been there. I want to do like a tour. I don't know if that exists anymore, but I have been to Night Shift Brewery, and I'm about to get me some beers to go. Alrighty, I'll see you in a bit. And this, my friends, is why you get a case. It's just too nice outside to go home and drink beer, though. Let's go explore a little bit, shall we? Oh, my earplug is not in right. I'm wondering, music sounded a lot louder. I was never a big earplug guy while riding, but I've come around on that. So yes, highly recommend picking up the old case on the back if you do end up getting a bike. I've turned into an old man now. Like when I first got the bike, I was like, oh, this is gonna be sweet. Got me like a speed bike, naked bike. And then after a while, I was just like, oh, this really isn't a speed bike. It's a touring bike. And granted, I could always take the case off, take the brackets out. It wouldn't take very long. And she's back to beautiful. But another thing I noticed is, even though I don't like the windscreen because it's not in a great position, it's not bad for this, but it's not in a great position. If you take that off, it's so low in the front and then so big in the back, it really emphasizes Pizza Boy. It looks a little foolish. I'd just say that. It looks a little bit foolish. So I probably am going to leave the windscreen on, at least for now. You know, it's like I take everything off. I want to take it off. Ooh, Kohl's, Schmegman's. I bet Wegmans is a fucking zoo right now. Like, I need to get groceries, but I don't want to fucking sit in a line like that. So I'm probably not going to. Yeah, people waiting outside. There's no good hour to do it. You need to find like a Walmart. A Walmart that's 24/7 and go at like 4 in the morning. And hope nobody's there. No, my luck, there'll be people there. So not to get into conspiracy thoughts, I'm always curious about like JFK and, you know, the ones that came true, like MK Ultra and like how the government was poisoning alcohol before Prohibition. I thought that was going to be a cigarette. I was going to yell at her. So there's definitely real conspiracies out there, which, you know, Jeffrey Epstein, obviously. But, you know, you don't know what to trust. You don't know who's behind it. My whole thought on conspiracies usually is people are too stupid to be able to pull it off because somebody would talk. Like, Epstein's a small one. That could have just been like Hillary Clinton and somebody else, or 2 people that did it. Like 2 people could have planned that murder. And then a little bit of buy-in from the prison, and that's it. Guards are instructed to do something, blah, 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 blah. Or it could have been completely, it could be like in the movies, where like the guards have now been murdered themselves, and just nobody knows. Woo. But yeah, I mean, it makes you think about this COVID thing. Like, what's really going on is the question. What's really the situation? Was this built in some lab? I mean, I don't know. And even if I did know, like, there's very few things I know for sure a good amount on. For the most part, I don't know anything. So if you're watching this and you're taking my advice on anything related to having knowledge of something, of a high order like this, I assure you I don't. But yeah, I mean, who knows where this thing came from? I mean, I think it's pretty safe to say the media is not going to be honest with us. I think they're at the point where their agenda kind of drives the situation, and that's just the case. That's just so be it. You know, and I thought that was pretty clear with the Epstein thing. You know, how NBC squashed that story, and then that reporter gets kind of caught on a hot mic, talking about how I had it and I had all those ties to big, important, powerful people. And it's kind of eye-opening. So that being the case, I see, you know, some of the media talking points are kind of in defense of the World Health Organization, who's kind of in defense of China, who kind of let this get out of hand without telling anybody. I mean, that show came out not that long ago, Chernobyl, where, you know, it could have been less devastating if the government was just open and honest about it. But like, no biggie. You'll be good. Just chill. And obviously just chilled and didn't really work out very well for those folks. So, you know, it feeds into the conspiracy. Like, if it's not a conspiracy, then honesty would go much further into not feeding into people thinking that this is just a hoax. You know, and then you see reports of you know, people in California having this in January, and you hear third-hand accounts of people that got sick in January and December, and you know, but the first reported case wasn't until X. And then you get into like the death numbers, where it's like the 95-year-old died, where if the 95-year-old had a cough, she probably would have died. So do you really take that as, you know, she died from COVID, or was her time pretty much up? You know, obviously I don't want anybody to die, but you know what I'm saying. And I'm curious to see how many people died of the flu this year, because it seems like everybody's just dying from COVID. You know, are they even counting the flu deaths? Or is it like, nah, flu, COVID, we'll call it COVID. Meanwhile, places like, you know, North Korea, they still don't have a COVID death. They figured it out. Where the hell am I? Middlesex Family's Federal Savings. I've never been over here. It's another beauty about it. Like in a car, I wouldn't want to be doing this. Worried about hitting people, gotta go slow. But on a bike, it's like, yeah, let's just go explore. So I guess it's Medford Square this way. I'm gonna head back that way. Why not? So yeah, I don't know. That's my conspiracy talk on the old COVID. Like, does everybody have it, and just some people are not showing any signs? And there was a report in here in Boston. I think it was something like a homeless, you know, shelter tested something like 40% of the people there, and 100% of those people had it, and not one of them showing any symptoms. Like, is their immune system just thicker? There's also talks about like how nicotine is helpful, and you know, I've never met a homeless guy that doesn't smoke something. So who really knows? Who really knows? I just kind of excited to wait for all the data to come out. That guy looked like he talked with a sick Boston, a wicked Boston accent. You could just tell, you look at people and you can tell they have that wicked accent. Are you a knack? Are you or are you not a knack? It's a great movie. Alright, where am I going? I'm going right. Ooh, 5-0. Doing 33. Oh yeah. It's another thing around these roads. It's not really need to fly. You know, you get on the highway, you get into some nice Swissies, you can fly. But like on these roads, these kind of little bopping around town roads, well, there's no reason for it. But yeah, Jeffrey Epstein totally didn't kill himself. I've listened to a fair amount on this subject. You know, some people that like knew him, like Eric Weinstein. He was talking about how he met Jeffrey Epstein. He was such an egomaniac. He thinks he's a construct. That's what he said. He's a construct created by either our intelligence agency or another intelligence agency. And, you know, they knew he liked girls. They didn't know he liked children. And then, you know, you go onto like the online dark web, and they're talking about how like Pedophile Island is real, and you know, everybody's involved in it. The Clintons are involved in it. Prince Harry's involved with it. Every high power in the world is involved with it. And what he does basically is like, he catches somebody sleep with somebody underage, and it says, I'm going to expose you unless you give me X in the form of money. And then he's got just a bunch of people, and I'm sure they like kill. They probably have, you know, rituals. They kill people. I'm sure it's pretty insane shit. Knowing our boy Jeff. Oh, we got another biker. All right, cardinal rule: you get a bike. Oh, it's a Vespa. Ugh. I'll still give him some love. It's not about the bike, the riding. It's about the safety. You acknowledging to the other person that you're out there, you know, quote unquote, risking your life, doing an activity that is potentially very dangerous. And here's some love. I hope you stay safe. And that's what it's about.